Hey everybody, it's the Wargaming Guy. Welcome back to the channel, and I'm having to overdub this audio because the audio that I just finished recording for this scenario didn't record because guess who didn't check the settings in OBS? OBS has been a little cranky lately, and it's my fault because I know it and I didn't do it. All right, so anyway, here we are in the Zitadelle South scenario. And we're going to be using my kind of mobile defense, offense, kill them all, or as many as you can, and then slowly advance kind of philosophy. And we'll see how that works down here. It worked once before when I played this just as a scenario, but now it's part of a campaign. So we'll see how it turns out. I actually know how it turns out, and it turned out differently, but let's just see how differently. So here we go. We are jumping in, and Zitadelle South, they're giving us warnings about all of the Russians that are out there, that the Russians know we're coming, so they're prepared, so we better watch for our infantry and kind of use our armor more, which may or may not be a good idea. I mean, you could argue it either way. So let's go ahead, I'm saying to my past self, and click the button so that we can get moving. I don't remember what I was saying here, so I can't repeat it to you. All right, here we go. You'll notice we've got some pretty good air power there. We've got 2 airstrikes that occur every turn, and then the air artillery thing. We've got 1 of those. So obviously we're sticking that in our back pocket to use either in the case of emergency or just in a situation where I really need to capture something or remove somebody. You can see from the supply situation here that you can take depots out, but you look at the map, it's so small, and the Russians are so close to the edges that I don't really think, short of actually surrounding them and cutting them off, you're going to be able to cut off their supply. So cutting supply in some scenarios in this game, particularly in the earlier ones that they made, is very critical to winning. I don't think it matters at all here. Obviously, if you can get some out of supply, it'd be a good thing, but it doesn't really matter. So but it's always good to check that over in this game. It's always a good thing to check that over. So having done that, I'm gonna figure out how we're gonna move here. We're going to start by digging in along. I'm going to call this it would be the south. Yeah. Southern end of the line here. You've got a river, you got woods, you've got the Russians stacked up there, and there's nothing really over there that we absolutely need. I mean, I wouldn't mind, again, capturing their supply, but that doesn't really matter. So, so we're going to defend there and then hopefully get things rolling elsewhere. We also want to always cover, or almost always, certainly in the early going, when there's any Russians anywhere near your supply depots, you need somebody either in front of them or on them. Here we go. Getting some pretty good odds here. Basically, this first turn is just me trying to sort of poke the bear, get them riled up, and then see what they do and respond accordingly. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to cover that just to make sure that we don't get somebody sneaking behind the front lines. I've seen it happen in this, not this scenario, but in other scenarios of this game. So you got to watch it. You can see the odds are not great here at the moment for attacking. So kind of just going along the line. I'm just looking for targets of opportunity. And if I can find some or create some, then I will. And we'll start the process of whittling down the Russian hordes to a more manageable hordette, if you will. Okay, so they pull back, which keeps me from killing them, darn it. But on the other hand, not always, but a lot of times. But on the other hand, it also gives you access to some other units you might be able to damage. And in spite of what the instructions said here, sort instructions or whatever you want to call it, I do want to try and shield my armor as much as I can. I mean, if push comes to shove, I'd rather lose an infantry division than an armor division. So let's just see what I'm trying to switch these. I don't think there's any like you click one and hold down shift and click the other or something. But it would be nice if you could do that just to replace the unit instead of having to pull that back, move that up, pull that, But I don't think at this point they have that in the game. So we're going to pull him back, move him up, clobber that guy, pull him back, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Remember, my goal here at the first is not to really gain territory. It's to kill Russians. That's the deal. That's what I want to do. Kill and or damage and maim Russians. That's the name of the game that I'm playing here. So just checking a few more spots. Then I realized, oh wait, I didn't actually use my dive bombers for this turn, and they renew every turn, so it's kind of silly not to use them. So let's just go ahead. Let's beat them up. And now we'll see how the Russians respond to all this. Here they come. Good. Yeah. See, I'd rather have that happen to infantry than armor. And oddly enough, infantry seems at times to retreat quicker than armor does. You'd think armor, would do the whole mobile thing, but not always, as you'll see later in this scenario. Okay, so nothing yet. Oh, we do have that. So, no. All right. So now we're going to go after, see what we can go after here. It is surprising sometimes the odds you can get on armor with infantry. Sometimes it's nothing, but boy, sometimes you get lucky. You can get a 0-2 or something, and that's just, that's fantastic. That's what you want. So called in the old Luftwaffe and pounded him out of existence, so that's good. Again, continuing with the attrition. And again, that supply depot is very close to the front, which makes me nervous. There we go. Kill some of them. And the first of many upgrades and freebie thingies that I get in this scenario. Yeah, I bought that one and wasn't even thinking about it, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, just more of the same. It's so hard to go back and and do these, especially since the screen I'm looking at is teeny. It's about a sixth of the regular size. So all these little guys, they look like little ants running around. Okay, trying to figure out. Let's swing the weak ones over and take up the guard positions, and that would free up the stronger infantry, the fresh infantry, to go forward, because we're going to need them, no doubt about that. All right, let's get up here and get back to killing the Russians. Oh, look, we got some stuff. Let's grab that freebie. Sure, bridges are nice. We'll take one. Boom. Okay, so he's out of juice. That's fine. And I'm working very hard to resist that temptation to jump as far forward as I can, because that just exposes you to more attacks. I want to keep my line coherent, and I want to keep things set so that, obviously I'm going to be attacked, but so that I can survive the attacks as best I can and counterattack and wipe them out. That's the goal. Okay, dig them in again. Nope. Nope, can't dig in. All right. Let's go. And more German armor comes charging to the front. But you'll notice they were not nearly as aggressive there as I thought they would be. So, but that's okay. Okay, we want to see what do they have around. And look at that. Yeah, they got plenty of units up there, so it looks vulnerable, but it's not nearly as vulnerable as it looks. It's something that one of the strong points of this game. This game is very deceptive. You can look at things and they look one way, but they're really another, and that's the way it should be. Let's see, what are we going to do here? Boom, we're going to take him on, and we're going to pull back, bring some armor up to hit this dude. Boom, got him. Beautiful. And we overran him, so we can continue to attack if we choose to. Let's see. How are we going to do this? I don't know why I'm looking at that. I'm nowhere near ready to go there, but I must have been thinking about it. Boom! Can we? Yeah, there you go. Now, let's go up and kill him. So now we are actually getting close. And more freebies. They're everywhere. The blue light special continues to run here at Southern Zitadelle. Do they still have those? I don't even know if Walmart still does the blue mark. They probably don't. Showing my age again, people. There you go. All right, so blam, we got that. We took him, but we didn't kill him, which is, of course, what we wanted to do. But have no fear. We have another tank unit here, and he still didn't kill him, but he pushed him back. And we sort of cut that one guy off, so that's good. So what you're seeing is developing here, which is not what I planned, but it's just how it's working out, that they're right wing, my left wing. So their right wing up there is kind of not in really good shape. They're good down south, but over here, they're not. And that may give us an opening. May. I was going to think about jump one of those tanks through and keep going, but no. And I'm actually glad that it didn't work out, given how things went. But you'll see how that goes later. Just trying to figure out what to do next. Use up my air attacks because, like I said, why waste them? So let's see if we can get this guy out of the way. Well, he's obvious. Nope, he's not gonna, and neither is he. So we gotta wait till next turn for that guy, which is exactly what we'll do. And oof. See, this is where I want my armor to retreat, and it's not retreating. Retreat. And it barely retreated, and now it's going to, no. Okay, so he bashed him. And if he had pulled back like 2 hexes, that wouldn't have happened. This happens a couple of times in this scenario. I want my mobile panzers to be a little more mobile, please. Unless you tell them no retreat, which I never, hardly, I don't think I think I have used that a few times, but for the most part, if you're to that point, you're in really big trouble anyway. All right, so now got a little hole up here we need to look at. And let's see if we can't dissuade this guy from causing us problems. So air support there. We're going to pull a Panzer's been sitting in reserve for the most part up and whack him. the 7th Panzers, Rommel's old unit. I think that's who that was. And here we go. Got him. So at this point, their front is becoming unhinged over there. So they're going to have to do something about that. Excuse me. Coughing during the overdub. Ooh. Okay, so now can we get rid of this guy? Not really. So let's reinforce. You'll notice that I feel comfortable enough with the supply depot to leave that one, the one that's sitting in the open, just sitting there. It still makes me a little nervous, but at this point, the Russians seem to be pushed back far enough not to be too big of a threat, really, at this point. Although that could change. Never underestimate the aggressiveness of this AI. There we go. Beautiful. Just keep whittling them down. And the blue light special again. You know, whatever. So, we seem to be doing something right. But so now we're moving up near some of the objective hexes, which, you know, when I started this, I said that's not the goal here for me. If you can get there doing this, that's good. And I think that's seems to be the best way to play these games, at least on the Russian front here so far. But we'll see how it goes. All right. Ooh, a big major assault, which didn't seem to do too much. But ooh, followed up with another one. Pushed my infantry back. That's fine. Exposes my armor, which may or may not be fine. Ooh, those guys just got their butts kicked totally and completely. Bringing up guys to protect that supply depot. Ooh, man, armor everywhere. Run! Thank you. Okay. Yep. Missed an appointment to capture someplace. That's fine. Now let's figure out what we want to do here. Nice. Didn't kill him, though. I want him dead. No, he's still not dead. No. He's not quite ready to die either. I want to kind of make sure my line is relatively intact here, because we have taken some losses. Let's see if we can't get rid of this guy. I don't like him being right up against that city that we have to hold. Bloom, well, he's not there anymore. So that's nice. Let's put you up here. And boom. Good. Clear him out. There we go. There we go. Right next to one of our objectives. And down here, well, doesn't seem to be a lot happening. quite honestly. So maybe we need to move this guy. I'm calling him a reserve just because he hasn't fought yet. Maybe we need to move him. So we're going to dig in. There we go. Dig him in. Here we go. Oof. Wiped out that infantry unit. I'm starting to feel the strain here of losing units. But again, the Russians don't do much. It's almost like they're trying to play my game against me. It's like they're doing what I'm doing. That's what it feels like. All right, let's get rid of this guy here. No, yeah. Oops, no, he's not dead yet. But he might be very soon. And now this guy can come up and bloom. Get him, and looky there. We got a supply depot that's open. He can't reach it. No, he can reach it. Okay, yeah. So there we go. Like I said, it's not going to be a huge game-changing thing, but it's just a nice feeling. And we need to make sure we don't get caught with our pants down over here. So I know we just entrenched that guy, but now we're moving up because I think that back one's pretty safe. I don't see them breaking through my infantry line. Certainly not in a turn. It would take several turns if they were going to do it. So I think it's pretty safe. Now we got to find some more people to kill as we continue to whittle away at the Russian army here. Boom. Very nice. And I still get to attack. Boom. Another overrun. Still get to attack. So we advance and nothing to help me out. Sadly. So we're going to another freebie. I've never had so many of those things pop up in one scenario in all the time I've played this game. Boom. All right. What should I do? Where should we go? What should we do? Let's just see. Look at that. Yeah. Obviously, they've got plenty of units around Prokhorovka, or however you say it. What shape they're in, we don't know. But they're there. So just like I said, it's deceptive. This game can be very deceptive. All right, now next turn, hopefully we'll get that guy over on my left flank. But first, we have to see if we can survive this. Nope, lost him. It just gets me when that happens. Pull back. But they don't do it. Maybe there's a setting I'm missing there I should look for. Distinct possibility. All right, yeah, I know. We missed one. Here we go. He retreats. I advance. Blam. He's still alive, but I can still attack. And he's gone. So the last unit they had anchoring their right flank, my left, is gone now. So now we can start to see if we can sweep out there and exploit that a little bit and make them pull units that they could use otherwise to attack, swing them around, make them swing out there in defense. That's helpful for me. Okay. Who do we attack? Ooh, let's use our air power. Bam. Sometimes air power is awesome, and sometimes it's like, yeah. So it's luck of the draw, but it's a great tool to have in this game. Boom. And it sounds like, yep, we did it. Another freebie. Yeah, very nice. Straightening the line out a bit, which is helpful when you're a little tight on infantry or units in general. Look at that. Cleared that out. Beautiful. We are marching towards where we need to be. And gonna pull him up because we are short now. My strategy's working, but it's costly, you know. So that's okay. Some reinforcements for my boys. Taken from the shattered remnants of the other infantry units and armored units that were destroyed, sadly. So we're going to move him up so that we can reinforce those guys in a minute, next turn. Oh, we can do it this turn. Well, let's do it. Nope. This scenario in this game does a pretty good job, I think, of making you feel the shortage of reinforcements that the Germans obviously dealt with. So did the Russians, actually, in many occasions, but it was obviously a larger strategic issue for the Germans than the Russians. All right, here we go. Yeah, we didn't capture that on time. That's fine. Don't care. I'm just eating your units. So we're going to see if we can get a little air power down here to help out. And it does a great job of doing nothing down here. Like, seriously, dude? Okay, fine. We'll just keep working on the other part of the line then. Boom. Oh, not. Hey, we got it. Attack there. Let's see. Trying to figure out what I want to do. Go ahead and take him out. Again, very helpful for us. Those overruns are awesome because then it gives you a chance to attack again at least once. Okay. Got him. Took that. Look at all the stuff behind the line that popped up. Yeah. So it's time to start flanking. That's what I'm thinking here. I know it's with infantry, but you just got to take what you can get. And so these guys up there are pushing the limits of supply, but for the moment that'll be okay, hopefully. Boom, hurt that guy. And there's not much I can do there. So those guys again get to kind of sit it out. And the Russians are clearly, at this stage, the AI is kind of trying to figure out what to do. It's facing a situation it wasn't supposed to be facing. And look, I can quit right now because I've got all my objectives. And so I ponder this for a few brief moments. Because, I mean, it'd be awesome just to quit. I mean, it's only been 30 minutes we're in roughly. But, this rarely, almost never happens to me. So I was a little dumbfounded. But I finally decided that, why not do just one more and watch what happens when I do. Yeah. Here we go. Go on, dummy. Click it. Okay. So here we are. Figure have just a little more fun. I don't want to do too much more damage to my units or anything, but come on. So we're going to use the air artillery to see if we can get this guy out of there. He's been sitting there the whole game, really annoying me. And sure enough, we got him. Can't really exploit too much there, but we're going to pull him in to do that. And by doing that, I sort of unbalanced my line. And so you'll see what happens here in a minute. Boom. Oops, we ran into them, so we wiped them right out. That's a beautiful thing. Let's swing up here. You'll notice the Russians have extended their line now. So we're attacking north and due east on part of the front. It's weird. No reinforcements. Oops, nope, that was a mistake. So, yeah, let's get our good old air power. And let's beat this guy up. One of their few remaining armored units that we're aware of, so we want to treat him appropriately and annihilate him, if possible. Yes, indeed. So we got him. And we kicked him, but he hung in there. And we grabbed that. Well, we kicked him out anyway. We didn't grab it. And see, the temptation is just to run wild out there. Yeah, and I caved into it a little bit here, I have to admit. So I grabbed that, so that made me feel good. It's kind of what I wanted to do, but I'm not the only one that can grab things. Let's just say that. So, as you'll see in just a moment. Here we go. Yep. I left it wide open and didn't even think about it because there's not like a thing there visually except the name of the town. There's not like a little town graphic. So, yep. There we go. Other than that, the Ruskies didn't do much. So now, yes, I know. Obviously, I have to fix this problem if I want to win this, and I want to win this. So we're calling in the air, boys, because really... this is really all I need to do. Boom, that's gone. So I need to take it again and then advance. What are we going to do here? Let's put him over there. And okay, so it's not a big deal, but it's just interesting how I got a little overzealous. And the system made me pay for it. And if this had happened earlier in the game, it would have been a bigger fight because they would have pushed through and tried to surround me and all that stuff, which I was actually thinking of trying to deliberately make a hole and let them do that, but I didn't need to. But that is a strategy that if you're prepared for it and have a little luck, can work pretty well because this AI is really overly aggressive. So... And my friends, Russians are going to move again. set up a new supply depot. But really, they're on the defensive now. They've got no offensive punch left. We have beaten them, essentially. And there's the reward. We get a victory. An Axis victory. Yes, very good. So you can see all the stats there. Some of those are weird stats, but whatever. Just happy to have a win. Now the question is in my mind as I'm looking at this, because I already know the answer. Where do you go from here? Because obviously, at this scale, you can't just do a scenario on, on provoke or whatever it is. So what do you do? Well, then I came here and I was dismayed, disheartened, my friends. Yes, even disturbed, because it doesn't appear like we're going anywhere. We already did north, and I won that one, and I just won south. So what the heck is going on here? That's what I'm thinking. You can see I've got 230 points, which isn't bad at all. So, and it took me a minute to realize I kind of did a little rant here, which is probably a good thing you can't hear it. I was just saying, if you only put 2 scenarios in this, how come there's not an imaginary one of the Germans winning, joining together, and trying to shoot towards Moscow? Not that that had a prayer of ever happening, or even if it did, it wouldn't have won, but that might be fun, and I don't know if we get that somewhere else in this. I don't think so. It would be fun, though. But then I realized, oh, wait a minute, this is a conference, so let's go to the conference, and we're going to grab some cards, and kind of looking over which ones we want. I probably should have grabbed the truck. I didn't. We have one, but the Blitz, that could, I tried. I thought maybe I could put him there, but I can't. So, okay. That's not a bad choice, though, I don't think. And then all I did was make all of my armies get their command radius out there as much as, well, no, I didn't do as much on that one. I should have done one more. Oh, well, that was a mistake. And then, boom, here it is. Now we're going to do some defensive scenarios and see how we can do there, where my little kind of mobile defense-offense thing actually is more appropriate, and we'll see if we can make it work or not. So, until next time, this is the Wargaming Guy. Thanks so much for watching out there, everybody. I really appreciate it. Take care, and I will see you later.